This is the sketchiest stuff I've ever seen in my life. So he's got a wire going straight to the positive and then two joining for the negative.
We're going in the car then?
What a guy.
Go on.
The sketchiness worked.
It's not stupid if it works.
0, 1. Let's get started.
Right then YouTube, today we're going for a drive in the Scuba Poo. Sorry about the wind, it's not greatest, we're trying to get somewhere a bit secluded. So before we get into it, I will tell you about this car. I got the car March 2016, 2003 JDM STi. Fresh import when I got it, it had one owner in Japan and then me. Lucky car. So the car was black when I bought it. I didn't want a black car. It was, oh well, just get it painted. Okay, no problem. Landed on my drive 6th of March, I believe. I drove it for around about a month. And then back into April, it was, right, let's do it. Strip the car down to the shell, glass out, everything, door shuts, the lock. The only thing that wasn't done when we painted it was the engine bay and physically the inside of the car, but door shuts, everything else was done right. So while I was waiting for the car to be registered, I bought my wheels from Throwback Revolution up in Gateshead, Revolution Motorsport. Bought the wheels from them, so I actually had the wheels before I had the car. Nice replicas, XXRs, but they look good and sits nice on them. I've no need to change them really. I would like something wider for future plans with the car, but see how that goes. And then after that, it just got a little bit out of hand. So I did same carbon spoiler, which needs some clear coat because it's got a lot of sun damage. And yes, hear that, can't you? It's like 80 grit. Needs a good clear bar from overspray. But winter comes, I'll clear coat that. Roof, carbon skinned, carbon vortex spoiler, whatever you want to call it. Carbon heat shield around the exhaust. Toyo R888Rs, very grippy. They're getting a bit long in the tooth now. I've had them quite a few years. I think it's time for a change on tyres. To the back. It's not as tidy as I want it to be, but dry cell Odyssey battery, relay for the racing lines, swirl pot with two 350 litre pumps into inline filter. I've got a 370 litre pump in the tank, standard pump, up, feeding the twin and then down. Inside the car, some old 1980s bucket seats, Magnums, if anyone has heard of them, drop it in the comments. Harnesses, just normal race car things really. Flop the dash very early on. Standard gearbox, two cal switches there, one for the different maps and one for the centre diff control. Hydraulic handbrake, because what's my favourite thing to do? carbon fibre. There is a reason for this paint fade, and I am going to change it because I don't like it as much as I thought I was going to like it. I thought it was going to look better, so I'm going to change that during the winter. As to why they're painted, we'll get into that in another one. Carbon mirrors. Can you tell I like carbon? Sabre carbon bonnet scoop. Carbon front splitter. Funny story how that came to be as well. Carbon canards. Quite a bit of a carbon thing going on. Single wiper conversion. Just did that because race car. I don't know. Let's get me trusty bonnet prop. So, what we have here. Ignore this. I'll get to this in a second. Don't worry. Oh! That one meant happen. It is now a 2.1 stroker build, which consists of Subaru 2.5 crank, Carrillo rods, Marley pistons, Supertech valves, 14mm studs, closed deck conversions, the works. I believe the bottom end is good for around about 800 horsepower, I think. Heads are fully built, Roger Clark 272 cams. I've got the Roger Clark alley pulleys on instead of the Bakelite cam pulleys that have a tendency to shatter. Beyond that, rotated intake manifold. All of the little threads and everything else we shaved off, smoothed it all down. Rotated. My expansion tank this winter, the job is you can buy a billet one online that you can put EN fittings on, which will tidy up all my hoses, bring it all together nicely. Parallel fuel rails, injector dynamics, 1050cc injectors, turbo, it's a Mamba. It's been refreshed once, never had a problem with it. I was rebuilding the car, the turbo was just looked a little bit worn, sent it off, got stripped down, cleaned up, came back looking brand new, and that was in 2020. Still there now, still getting its head kicked in. Front mount cooler, don't know what brand cooler, but it's big. It's a big one. If you look from here down that way, if you see where all the noise comes from, so just here, the Turbo Smart Hypergate 45 external wastegate, and I did that because I just wanted a screamer pipe. No particular reason. No, I mean, it does give a performance gain, but that wasn't the reason for it. I just wanted some noise. Wanted to keep my pipe work as short as possible, reduce as much turbo lag as possible. I hate turbo lag. How do you avoid turbo lag? I'll tell you. So what it meant was I had to turn the intercooler over, which meant the outlets were at the top. Well then, how do you get the pipe work into the car? All right through there. So I had the front end off and I looked under the headlights. Well, there's definitely room for a 60mm pipe to go through there. So sure enough, we made it work. And while I was doing that, I thought, well, I may as well rotate the manifold, because why not? I clocked the compressor housing on the turbo, which meant the turbo now faced that way. So from the intercooler, we were able to go straight up and then just a relatively nice bend into the turbo. He even made this little 1.5-inch snake to go back down to keep the recirc valve in its proper use, because I don't really like a dump valve. I'm not the whole, not really my thing. I like the recirc valve. They're functional, they still sound good, and they work. And then it all has to run, doesn't it? So from here, again, this is another thing with Subarus, is the wiring is so bulky and untidy, it's horrendous. Normally, your wiring loom is as big as that hose, if not bigger. And that's mine. Made it myself. Currently I'm making another one because, long story short, I had to rush that one to complete it for us to get the car running. But really nice, and I've got it tucked because normally it runs through here. Very bulky, very in the way, just very untidy. Mine, invisible. And the next one I make will be even better. Beyond that, it's on a Syvecs S6i ECU, which means you can do all sorts of fun stuff. So I have 2 boost maps and a 3rd map for anti-lag. Insert pops and bangs here.
You probably thought about, do I not? I thought I was going to be louder than that. Bang! Oh, get on the time there, get on there.
Oh, you fucker! Now that one will be mirror. My mirror just went like that. Shut up.
Oh, it's fucking asshole, this car.
That's fucking ridiculous. I thought you'd been shot at. And then we have what I like to call the sauce button. Works well. Genuine Japan quick release boss. These things are fantastic. Any orientation you want, and that's it. Rock solid. Rolling anti-lag, which is so much fun.
Did we fill it up after we bled it?
I don't fucking know, you're the mechanic. And you said we bled it, which meant you were a part of bleeding it. You're the mechanic.
The blade lid was right next to it though. Blow the cobwebs off it, then take it for a little drive. Big question is, will AJ let me drive again? We'll never know.
Or not. The wrong side of the road, especially for a combo.
Do a bit of that.
He's gonna get himself killed!
Hey, yo, GSC LAPD, man.
Yeah, and?
Oh, man, you are one bad motherfucker, man.
Light goes yellow.
A lunatic's gonna get himself killed.
I should have gone home for my sunglasses. Think I regret getting my sunglasses?
Yeah.
Because Michael's in too much about to get a fucking outside.
That again. Woo! So that's it for this. So that does it for this one, guys. If you made it this far into the video, thank you. And we'd like you to do something for us. So, like and subscribe, naturally. It helps massively. But we would like you to comment on this video with 3 words. Just keep it nice and simple for you. Either what you would like us to improve in the videos, or what you would like to see next. Feel free to do both. If you're doing both, leave 2 separate comments. 3-word comment, 3-word comment, and it'll really help us. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace out, bitches.
Oh, I love this thing. It's not even fucking funny, man.